let's say we fast forward, we got the property prep done, okay? And now it's time for the photo shoot, okay? If you're not a listing agent, we have some people that are brand new on this call, haven't done a lot of deals, and we've got seasoned people. Professional photos, in my opinion, are non-optional, okay? It is not optional to take pictures with your phone, okay? So you're going into being a listing agent. When you become a listing agent, you're not only going to be, yes, you're representing this family in probate, but you're also going to be starting to get known in your community, in your sphere of influence, in your social medias, in your church, in your groups that you're belonging to, right? People are going to start now noticing that you sell homes. You're a listing agent, and people on the outside world, they don't know that it's a probate. If you know me, you know that I'm a probate. If you see a house for sale, bet you a banana split, it's a probate. People on the outside, we're not advertising these properties like probate house for sale, okay? The only thing they see is another listing, another listing, another listing, another listing. You start to become that leader in your neighborhood, in your community, and people say, oh yeah, you could trust Trish, she lists a lot of properties for sale. So you'll pick up by your presentation, you will pick up other deals, okay, from the neighbors, from people you know, okay? So take this opportunity to show them how professional you are, okay? Every single property, no matter if it's a crappy house or it's $1 million property, and everything in between deserves professional marketing, which means that you're hiring a professional photographer. You may want to check in your area. I started using actually Showing Time. I always had like independent photographers in different markets that I work in. But I started using Showing Time because it just was like, oh, wow, this is like super easy. For the most part, it's been pretty good, and they are good about fixing stuff if something's not right. But they literally provide you with the photo, the virtual tour, the floor plan, a social media reel that'll just kind of show like quick, bing, 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 right? A property website, okay? All of these things, and that's why I was like, and it's so easy. You literally can like just put in the address, and it's like, what time, what day, and they have all these photographers. So I've started to really start using them on a lot of my deals, and I think that they're nationwide. So if you guys want to check it out on your end, and they give a nice marketing package. So from there, you can, sky's the limit of what you can do with what they give you in terms of marketing and social media and things like that. Okay. So definitely be there. If the house is occupied, I like to be there for photo shoots. If they're vacant, at least I like to go prior to. I know it's kind of like trust issues with the photo shoot, but I just really want it. Like, this is like, I did all this hard work, to get to this moment, now this is my job to really, showcase the property, right? And you don't get another chance to do a photo shoot. Okay. Nowadays, guys, everyone's buying houses by a swipe. It's like a dating app. If you have a bad first impression, like if you're on the thing and it doesn't like draw you in, they're skipping your house. They're moving on. Okay. So please take this extremely serious. As a listing agent, your presentation of the property is everything. Okay. Another little tidbit about the photo shoots and going live is on Zillow, on realtor.com, on all of these, generated sites that feeds from the MLS. You want to take into account the first 5 photos, okay? The first 5 photos, if you notice when you go on Zillow or you go to any of these like Redfins or anything, you'll see like the property and it'll have one picture and it'll have like a cluster of pictures, okay? The first 5 pictures, you don't want it to be front of the house, front of the house, front of the house, front of the house. So like the photographer gives you the data. You're not just like, oh, upload, Okay, bye. Okay, you want to spend your time. You are the marketing. Who's marketing this listing? Is there anybody else here? No, you're doing it. Okay, so it's your job to make sure that it has the right presentation. It's your job to make sure that, I personally don't believe in putting 50 pictures of a house for sale, for heavens almighty. Okay, but you want to have a good, understanding of what the house is, but you don't need more than necessarily 2 pictures of each room, or 2 pictures of a bathroom. Kitchens, you can go, more because there's different angles of the kitchen and things like that. But realistically, guys, you just want to give like a front angle and a back angle of everything: living room, family room, dining room. You don't want to go like, don't just take what the photographer gives you and just dump it on the MLS. Okay. Make this like your little baby. Okay. You're going to look at it. You're going to check it. Maybe have a friend read the comments when you're first doing it for your first time. Nowadays everybody's throwing it into ChatGPT. I don't know. It's just kind of vague. It's kind of just too like ChatGPT. I think that everything with ChatGPT, at first, everybody's like using it like crazy. But then I think people are getting lazy, like use ChatGPT to help you build the framework, but put your own touch in it. Because now all the listings that I'm reading, it's like I can tell ChatGPT wrote all of them. Like just the wording and the way that they say it. Like people want real. Okay, as our world continues to get more fake, and you're not gonna know what's real anymore. People are gonna crave real. Okay, they're gonna want to know, tell me what it really has. So with probate, a lot of times, guess what? The houses are not in good shape all the time, right? Or they are, original kitchen, original bathrooms, right? Say it. Just say it in the listing. This house was wonderfully maintained, original kitchen, original bathrooms, flooring has been updated, needs a little TLC. It's okay to write that in the listing. In fact, if you're selling a property that when you've gone to the house and 100% a regular family's not going to buy this, for sure it's going to be an investor. Speak to the investor through the comments. Speak to that person. Okay. So if you need cash offers, say it in the comments. Need cash offers. Looking for highest and best. Property needs full renovation, right? So if you give it to ChatGPT, he's just going to be like, like he's just going to make it like this fairy tale. And the people want to know what it is. What is the roof? What is the AC? Those are the typical questions that they ask.